fire in the north end zone, we can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week, we're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game. They tend to have the advantage.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, take 26.
They send Edwards in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And this will be a Bucs first down as he gets this up to the 42.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Rodgers on first down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
First down for Aaron. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Bucs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 43-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent this.
Oh, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to pick it up. He'll take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
He's brought down at the 31. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Chiefs.
He'll drop to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Rodgers. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Rodgers. His throw left side is complete. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a 1st down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down. They send Edwards in motion. On 4th down, they snap it to Rodgers. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Rodgers. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Again, it's Rodgers. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the 1st half clock. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now the Bucs will take their 1st timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the 1st half clock. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down. Well, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here. And
to the goal line and in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Groupie now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And that one just short of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get there. It's no good. And this will remain a tie ball game. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The return starts from the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he will score. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now a give on the ground, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They motion the slot man left. A first down throw from Rodgers. He fires downfield for Pitts.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They send Edwards in motion. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Rodgers. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Kansas City. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Tampa. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
so they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 7. He is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Going up top. That is brought in. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Inside.
Now Rodgers. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Chiefs are going to extend their lead.
42. Buccaneers 28. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He runs with it.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground.
You've got to keep all your options on the table on third down, and that's exactly what this quarterback did. He's looking to throw it, nothing there. He pulls it down himself, and he's able to convert for the first down.
They'll look to throw. Throw across his body is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Back to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Third and long. Here we go. One final play. Again, working deep downfield. So, it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will.